and welcome back to the IWAR Network Tubecast. I'm your host, Juan, Cena, and with me, as always, IWAR Commissioner, Matt Riley. How you doing tonight, Matt?
I'm heated, man. I'm heated.
Still? Unbelievable.
I'm wearing a sweatshirt. I'm out of control.
Good for you. So today's episode will be the fall cycle in review. But first, new rules for the IWAR Network Facebook page. So Matt, do you want to quickly go over the new rules?
Oh, do I ever? All right, so this has actually been a long time in the works. We've kicked this around for a while. So this might seem new, but it actually has been in the works for a while. And let's just say it came to a head the last couple of days, last week, I guess month, really. Yeah. So here are the rules very quickly and simply. As always, no personal attacks. Try to keep politics and religion out, and keep the post PG-13, so no gratuitous language, mostly because we have players of all ages on here, including their parents, so we want to keep it somewhat, I don't want to say professional, but somewhat like, public, Yeah. You don't want to see garbage time. Now, this big aspect goes towards the trash talk that's allowed on the board, and basically, trash talk is allowed in the form of a PDF, a Word file, JPEG, or similar formats that importantly, have appeared in the bulletin, or if they either failed to print it, that way you can get it in the system and get it kind of out there. We don't want people, please refrain from responding to those posts with TT. Save it for the bulletins. There's a few different reasons why we're doing this. One of the first reasons that I've always been a big fan of is to keep it in the bulletin. A lot of players, believe it or not, that are not on Facebook, that I send separate emails to about the events and other things going on because they're not on Facebook, and they'll say things to me like, well, why is so-and-so getting this or getting that kind of attention? They don't do anything. And they may not see what the people are putting on the board on Facebook.
And not everyone has the internet. Like, sometimes you have to get messages out, carrier pigeon, snail mail,
we have some
smoke
players,
signals.
Right. We have some players that are, let's just say, the bulletin's as high-tech as it gets where they're at. So, they're playing, out on the front lines or out in other places that they don't have the same sort of access like we do. So we'd ask that those submissions be focused and funneled towards the bulletins. Also, too, when I'm doing things like for the bulletin stories, I don't go to Facebook. I go off the bulletin. I'm sitting here with the bulletin. I'm doing the updates and the stories. Because some players just said to me, like, hey, how come I don't ever see my guys listed in this or listed in that? And I want to say it's because you never TT or you don't TT in the league. So keeping those submissions aimed towards the bulletin is going to make it better for everybody because everyone's going to see your submissions. So that's kind of part one. You want to talk about part two?
Yeah, I mean, as of late, we're having issues where the in-character trash talk, people are not sure if they're in character or not. So on occasion, I'll get a message and it'll be like something like this. Is so-and-so mad at me? And I'll be like, no. There's like, well, they said some of these things. I'm like, on Facebook? Like, that's in character, bro. It's like they don't hate your guts. We've been able, even though you put your name and a little, what's it called? Colon? Semicolon? Whatever.
Right.
Just because you have a name out in front of it, people don't take it as in character sometimes. Especially, maybe some of our newer players or some people that don't check pages often. They're like, what the hell is this? Right. What is going on? It's like, why is this person yelling at me for? And I wanna minimize that because that can get kind of rough. So that's one part. The second part of it is that sometimes stuff is getting lost on the page. We have a lot of stuff that goes up on this page. It would be videos or posts regarding a particular league or contest. They'll get lost because we have TT on the page. Now, the amount of TT that's on the page currently is not a lot by any stretch of the imagination, but it always gets bumped to the top because there's people always replying to it.
Right.
So in addition, if I'm posting something about war games, people are missing it because they may not check it as regularly as some of our other people. It's pretty deep down there. So I think this will clean up the page a little bit, although we're still posting quite a bit on there. But I think it'd be a better way to handle this particular situation. In addition to that, again, we want to try to keep the page clean. I'm not saying you guys don't post stuff. Don't ask your questions. Post your pictures. Post your bios. If you're creating a new wrestler, post their pictures and their bios. Guys can post TT, but it has to be TT that's going to make its way into the bulletin. So again, it has to be a file attached to it. Kind of the way like Mike Swanson does it, right? It's the file, you open it up and you look at it. And then, no responses. Because sometimes those responses tend to be what I consider universe breaking. And
yes.
Like, why is so-and-so commenting on this situation? Why is so-and-so commenting on that situation? I'll get replies back also. It's like, why is he even talking about my guys? He's not even in the same league as me. Like, what's going on? And I'm like, I don't know. Me personally, I've always been a proponent of the in-character T. Did it all the time, too. You know what I mean? If you go back and look at some of the trash talks, I'm in there as much as anyone else. Me personally, there's a personal story. Is that I hurt someone's feelings. And they thought I was mad at them. Yeah, they thought I was mad at them, and I explained to them, like, no, I'm not mad at you, blah blah blah. So that's when I stopped doing it myself. It's like, this is going too far. So again, guys, please respect the rules of the page. Get no personal attacks, politics, religion. PG-13. You get a fuck in there every once in a while, but guys, don't be gratuitous with it. And that's basically the way it's going to be from here on out. Now, for those players who do enjoy the in-game character TT on the Facebook page, that's what the Lone Wolf League is all about. Like, that's the league for you. Like, it's a great league. It's tough as shit. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. That's probably the toughest league in the game. Is that fair? That in the BRL 1 and 2.
Oh yeah,
back and forth.
Tough.
That's a tough league to be in, and they do a great job of monitoring, admitting their in-character TT. Furthermore, if anyone wants to create their own in-character TT IWAR Facebook page, go for it. As long as I don't have to admin it and I don't have to answer any questions about it.
Right.
That's going to be on whoever creates that board. Not on me.
And the thing too is that what happens an awful lot, unfortunately, and this is just a quality issue, is it starts off, somebody posts something, and if somebody responds, the first thing I think of is they're not even in the goddamn league, or they're not even connected to them. They're just mouthing off. And what happens is every time somebody posts something, instead of getting a response like, oh, so-and-so wants a piece of this or wants to, whatever, it's an eye roll. Or it's a, why is this guy chiming in? Like, who is this guy? I don't know who this is. So stick to your leagues and people you're working with. And it's cool. Like, if you're planning to go to that league, that's one thing. But if you're just going to randomly, someone sent me a message and was like, who is this guy? Should I know who they are? And I had to look, and I'm like, oh, well, yeah, that's a player. But, I think, again, if you focus on the league TT, it's going to make the bulletins better. It really will. And, again, the IWAR page can be geared more towards what it's meant to be, which is helping facilitate the action, help coordinate the events, help network the players. You guys can get a hold of each other, talk about things, and then you have better feuds, and everything else works out better. But it's not meant to be a TT page. Now, the LWL comparison is that 24/7, it's right there in the name. It's so you can get involved and be always involved. And I know I was before the show today, I was saying to Alex, if you're a commissioner in the game, I'm telling you right now, you don't need 24/7. You got enough. It's just between the emails I get from players either new or thinking about coming back or going to return or asking questions about a policy, or Alex and I have our favorite ones. They talk to us like we run the game. Go fix this for me. We don't run the IWA.
Don't send me your credit card information, please.
Yeah, don't do that again. That's not cool. Because I'm I don't even want to see that, As someone who's had my credit card stuff stolen. It just, don't do it, We want to help you enjoy the game. We're here to help make things more fun, etc. Andy is running the King of Kings tournament. He's got things going on in the CWL. There's things going on in the IWL, there's things going on in the BRL, NWL, across the IWAR. We're here to make things more fun. But we don't want to be playing referee or people getting feelings hurt. Just focus the TT. And again, like Alex said, if you want to go to a league or a competition where it's constant all the time, the LWL is the place to go.
Yeah.
And there's other boards, there's other leagues that have pages, and that's fine. But I know personally, I don't check the IWAR board all the time, and honestly, when I see people doing trash talk stuff, I skip over it. Because one, it almost never is relevant to anything I'm working on, and two, I've got other stuff to do.
So again, in addition, don't forget, post your pictures, post your bios, post ideas about new wrestlers. That's all perfectly acceptable. Post your questions. If you want to say, hey, last night's Raw was shitty, let's start a conversation, that's fine too. If you want to post a YouTube video of a cool match that you saw, down for that. That's awesome.
Or an uncool match.
All right, fantastic. So in addition, I want to take a couple minutes out to talk about character development and creating new wrestlers. Again, we have a lot of new people on the IWAR Network page, maybe a lot of new people listening to this Tubecast. So in terms of creating a new wrestler, there's a couple of different ways to go about this. Sometimes, lots of times perhaps, when you create your initial wrestler, you're just creating a name and you're not really thinking about the character development because you don't know how the game is, right? Like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm playing this number game. I don't know. It's weird.
Right.
So I think once people see the level of character development, it's like, yeah, this, my wrestler named, Mr. Poopy Butthole, probably not a good wrestler to have. Let me change it up. Let me change his name. Let me change his character. And that's fine. Again, guys, if something's not working, I totally suggest changing it. But that being said, also, make sure you give yourself enough time to go through a character development progression. I always tell a story about how Luther Alexander started out as a babyface, and the whole concept was whack as hell, and then it evolved over time, and now he is the most hated man in Iowa. 4 years to get there. And guys, essentially, I only have one character. I have Luther, and that's basically it. I have other guys, one gal, but Luther is my only character. Heather Hyde is actually the female version of Luther Alexander. Possibly a clone in the future. Well, I'm gonna see how that goes.
Clone.
We'll see how that kind of shakes out at the end. But you don't want to be one of these guys, and these guys exist, that every 3 cycles you're changing a name, you're changing a gimmick, you're changing a picture. You need to have continuity there. That's super important. You need to have character development. It's also super important because you know what happens. If you're a guy who changes their wrestler all the time, no one's going to feud with you because they think you're not in it for the long haul. And if they don't know anything about a character, like, they don't have a whole lot to play off of. And so I really want you guys to keep that in mind. Again, you can always bounce ideas off on the IWAR page. You can bounce ideas off of me and Matt, the other guys in here that, are going to help you about ideas. Again, don't be too abstract. You want to be, you don't want to have a character that goes over people's heads and they don't get it, like I did. Like, no one understood my character except for me. You want to have it be grounded in a semblance of reality, as real as fantasy wrestling can be.
Right.
So, Matt, what are your thoughts on that?
No, I agree. I think that one of the things that happens an awful lot is someone has a good idea, and they run with it, and then they realize about 3 cycles into it that doesn't have any legs. It's a lot like if you watch SNL, Saturday Night Live. They have a funny idea for a skit, but it doesn't go anywhere. It just falls flat. There's no real oomph to it. Well, similarly, like, if a wrestler comes out and he's got nothing to offer besides a few things, then he's going to run out of interest real soon. Like, I always give an example, like Joe Boring, I thought was going to be one of the guys, but Joe Boring ended up being really funny and a good roundabout character. There's a lot to go with that character, and there are other wrestlers I see come in and it's like, okay, where are they going to go with this guy? And now, obviously, the NWL, we watch guys progress from, like, small TT, like, some guys really grow, like Winston Smith Jr. really changed and evolved. William Worthy's kind of gone from being like a little loudmouth to, like, he's got a bunch of feuds going on. He's getting all kinds of heat. I didn't expect much out of him at first, So it's good to see characters that kind of develop over time. Whereas there are some characters that are one-trick ponies, and that sometimes that trick's pretty damn cool and that or engaging, But you see characters evolve. I'll give you an example personally, like Barry USA Stevens in the CWL. He's been around for years for me, and he's always been the traditional, like, tried and true USA all the way type poster boy. And I was in a real rut with him, and I didn't know what to do with him. So I was kind of kicking around different ideas, and I was like, do I turn him heel? Do I do something fun with him? Like, what can I do with it to like shake things up? Juan and I were talking about one of independent circuit. He was this guy called the Liberal, and he's a good guy in some towns, a bad guy in some towns. but I wanted to take that kind of persona and just kind of amplify it. So I put a little spin on it. So he's got the whole take a knee thing now, where he was kneeling during the anthem and getting heat from the front brass, and now he just had this whole pay-per-view thing go on. So there's a lot more coming from his character, and now I'm kind of re-energizing the character, because now I went from being Barry USA Stevens, white milk, to there's some thunder in there now, and he's getting a lot more edgy. Now where is he going to go? I don't know yet, but I'm having fun with it, and the promos I'm writing for him are way more edgy. If you haven't had a chance to see it, go on the CWL page and read The Last Dynamite and the opening segments, the clip of Barry, and you'll see what I'm talking about. It's a pretty heated piece. I wrote it and I was like, the hell with it. I'm going to try and see what happens. So give it a look, and the idea is, no matter where your character is now, you can take them a lot of different directions. Look at how even some of the characters seem very bland or simple, like Senya Lucha. He's gone through a whole hell of a lot character-wise. There's some elements that are kind of tried and true, but there's other things that have changed. So don't be afraid to give your character some growth. I'm not necessarily saying the growth isn't a matter of just purely being a good guy or being a bad guy. What is it they're doing? Are they learning a new finisher? Are they engaged in a certain feud that's pushing them? Think of the ways that things can change them. I look at last Monday Night Raw, the night after, was it No Mercy? No, Hell in a Cell. The Usos came out. Oh, I guess it was Tuesday night. Usos came out and they called out the New Day, and they were all expecting this big, next level feud, and instead they were much respect, and they kind of did this whole, not babyface, but kind of a different approach to it. I liked it. It was different. Well, think about that for your wrestler. Again, the better your promo, the more it feels like I'm actually watching something, or I could see okay, I could see this on TV. This could really happen. I use this example back in the LWL. I remember back when Mr. Magnificent, Jamie Montgomery, and Hannibal arrived. There was this really great promo where Hannibal talked about taking the eye from Wrestling Gold. He's going to dig his eye out of his head and all this shit. But it was really well done. And I was like, that's a great promo. And it was simple. It was just a simple promo. And sometimes those are the best kind. You don't have to do a 4-page promo. You can do a 1-paragraph promo. You do it right. So think about what you want to say, where you want to take your character, and what you want people to react to. Because ultimately, you want people to react to you. That's part of it. If you're in a vacuum, then just post your stuff in an email to yourself. If you want people to reply, put it in the bulletin.
All right, fantastic. Next up is the BRL.
All right, so as I taunted Mark Duchesne to stop winning all the league titles in the BRL, he retained with Sinister Steve Stryker to win another $50 of out-of-bid credit, which at over $3,300 worth of credit won in the BRL, Mark has won over almost $900 of it. So almost a third of it has gone to him.
Fucking A.
Jerk. TV champion, Sir Gunter Kinderwacht. Atlantic champion, Noble House's Black Superstar, Bobby Bedlam too. Central, Eric Endgame. Dixie, Luther Alexander. Eastern, Jimmy North. Mountain, Shadow Warrior. Northern, Emily Endgame. Pacific champion, Noble House, Benny Blizz. Prairie champion, Nightmare Sam Hell. Southern champion, Moon Warrior. Western champion, Mexican Mauler. Tag champions, unusual team of Chief Bold Gray Fox and Cheerleader Sassy Red. TV tag champions, Lord of Illusions and Nightmare Sam Hell. 6-man champions, setting the record for longest 6-man reign in the BRL with 5 cycles, is Loose Cannon, Hammer, and Brutal Mitchell. That's all I can tell you about them. I have no idea anything else about them. TV 6-man champions, Age of 26, Punk Rock Mike, Money Driven Mike Sebastian, and the winner of the Battle Royal was not only Bobby Bedlam, but he also won the IWA's King of the Ring title.
Nice.
So congrats to him for pulling that off.
Great job.
Yeah, very happy for him. There is a lot going on. The BRL is rolling into the pay-per-view cycle. I don't want to give too much away, so I will just say that the results will be written up this weekend. It should be a lot of fun.
Matt, I want to cut you off right there. What's the most important thing that happened in the BRL this cycle?
Most important thing? Oh, boy. I would probably say Bobby Bedlam winning the King of the Ring.
No. It's Luther Alexander winning the Intercontinental Championship.
Oh.
Jesus.
Right. Luther defeated Vicious Vincent Payne in convincing fashion to become the new Intercontinental Champion.
He got smoked.
Rick Challenger defeated Frank Leatherman Snow to become the Canadian Champion. Steve Stryker retained the Global Championship. Alexei Smirnov and Jake Scarlett retained the Global Tag.
Don't we have a new women's champion as well?
Oh, that's right. Ooh. Erica Rockwell defeated Jane Red to become the second Double X champion.
There you go.
So congratulations on those. We have a few new female faces showing up. A lot going on. So I won't go over the TT too much because it's just a lot of it's going to be.
Don't think I have to say about the TTs. Can we get the Middle Knight in a feud, please? Please, let's get him into a feud. I think because he's doing a fantastic job in terms of TT, but we have to get him into a feud.
I think they're afraid to feud with him because he's had a suit of armor on. So.
let's get Sir Gunter in there. I think that'd be a good feud for him.
Oh, Sir Gunter.
I don't want him to feel that he's wasting his TT not being in a feud because it is fantastic. It's awesome. Talking about his TT, the Valkyrie had a hell of a promo this cycle. I bet you she'll get a better response at this point than the Middle Knight because people are afraid of the Middle Knight. I think. I
agree.
That's why I'm bringing up that the Vanderbacks along with Robbie Blood had kidnapped Che Guerrero from the IWL. And I'm pretty sure they murdered them. So.
Oh, jeez. Okay. Well, there you have it, fans.
Yeah.
IWA justice.
Anything else stick out in terms of the TD? I think we had the debut of the Drunks this cycle on the BRL.
Yes, they're there now. So we'll have them hopefully exclusively in the BRL pretty soon.
Yeah. And Jake, can we switch the Drunks picture to the Briscoe brothers? Because I already went through all my Hillbilly Jim pictures and Henry O. Godwin. So
one of them just broke their arm this weekend, didn't they?
The Briscoes? Probably.
Yeah.
No, Jake just got back from Global Wars, so.
Yeah, I know. Jealous.
I went to a Global War in New York City. I saw Jushin Thunder Liger there, which was awesome. I got a picture with him, too.
Yeah, nice.
Pretty sweet. So anything else stick out from BRL TT? Are we not going to talk about the end games at all? No, we're not, so we'll move on.
Okay.
I do like the picture of Baby Gunter and Baby Frank Snow.
Yeah, that was different.
In color. I love the fact that we get PDFs now. That they're in color.
Yeah.
Doesn't do the DOD's TT any favors, though. He's trying, folks. Elbow Burrow on mask, which is awesome.
If you listen to the last show, a lot of it's kind of continuation of the last show, so there's a lot going on. I don't want to...
No, I mean, we got that pay-per-view, which is going to be the big thing for next cycle anyway.
Yeah.
So, all right. So next up is the CWL.
All right, well, their pay-per-view, Continental Divide, was tonight. Curious, we'll see how that went tonight. I still don't think I can give results away. By the time you listen to this, I will have heard it. But there's a lot going on there. But here's the championships as far as the CWL goes. Number 206, Unified Champion Barry Take a Knee Stevens. Streaming Media Champion Liam Larrikin. U.S. Champion Norman Spivey. Yukon Champion Blank. Caribbean Champion Clark Pierpont. Amazon Basin Champion Craven Cross. British Isles Champion Nameless Minion of Solace number 3. Arabian Champion, the Tyrant David Hammerhead. South African Champion, Nameless Minion of Solace number 5. Siberian Champion, Big Blank number 2. East Asian Champion, Milton Schnozzbuster. And Oceanic Champion, Renegade Slade Stevens. The Unified Tag Champions are Wildcard Garrett Shadowstar and the Tyrant David Hammerhead. Streaming Media Tag Champions, Attic McCoy and Jacob Taylor. The Unified Six-Man Champions, Forgotten Vagrant, Shadowstar, and Hammerhead, who win another 5 free matches. They've held it for quite a while. Streaming Media Six-Man Champions, Koenig, Felix Benaventura, and Liam Larrikin, and the Battle Royal winner was Big Blank number 2. Again, that pay-per-view is this cycle, so it's going to be posted soon. I don't want to give anything away in case no one's read it yet. I would direct you to the CWL Facebook page. Read the pay-per-view for the controversial finish. How's that doing?
Anything else going on in the CWL?
Well, there's a few things. Again, pay-per-views lining up to be a big show. It always is Continental Divide.
Yeah. Is that the biggest show of the year?
It is. The King of Kings tournament has come down to two wrestlers, and that is Dagger Bomb and Barry Stevens.
Wow, Dagger Bomb, huh?
Dagger Bomb has turned his career around after some futility for quite some time. Dagger Bomb and Barry Stevens, the winner will take $28 out of big credit. The loser gets 20. So
nice.
It's a nice split either way. There's a lot going on. It's bouncing back, and I look forward now that Joe Boring's there, or going to be there. Oh, he's there now. Okay, good. It's a good shot in the arm. It's a league on the come. You got to get in now, folks.
Gross.
So, yeah.
All right, fantastic. So next up is the IWL. League champion, Piper the Goofball Monroe. Television champion, Texas, Jesse Tombstone. New York City champion, the Magnificent Black De Niro. Los Angeles champion, Kennedy Cage. Boston champion, Tim Riggins III. Detroit champion, Axel Von Schnapp. Cleveland champion, Shotgun, James Carnage. Dallas champion, the African Pitbull, Dakar Wolof. Memphis champion, Senior Lucha.
Yay.
Miami champion, Black Jack Robertson. San Francisco champion, Alex Von Schnapp. Chicago champion, Aiden the Great. Tag team champion, Tim Riggins III and Magnum TL. TV tag team champion, Triple X Extreme Xavier Jimenez. And the main event, Dylan Matthews. Mid-Carter, Dylan Matthews. Six-man champions, Tim Riggins III, Magnum TL, Jock and Shane Carnage. And the TV six-man champions, Marcus the Monster Monroe, Piper the Goofball Monroe, and the king of the IWL, Ulysses Monroe. So much stuff going down in the IWL. First and foremost, as a reminder that we pushed back a Night of Honor one cycle to accommodate the Empire Chaos pay-per-view that will be happening next cycle. So be on the lookout for that. We see the return of the Flash Drive with Scotty Flash making his long-awaited return. So apparently the heat is coming, and he's looking to help out his boy, Senor Lucha. Apparently Lord Drama got his NWL TT and the IWL, so that must be a goof on their end, because he's not here. Dr. Slam's upset that there's a lot of other doctors running around. He's the only true doctor
That's right.
of the IWL, so Dr. Victory and Dr. Nathan Dunes, who are not active at all. But get your stuff together, because Dr. Slam is coming for you.
Hey, man, he didn't spend 4 weeks in med school to get a doctor in front of his name.
Dr. Slam went to med school in, Brazil.
That's right.
He did. That's where all the good doctors come from. Fantastic TT from the Monroe family. Again, guys, rookies, if you're listening to this, guys in the NWL, if you want to know how to write effective TT, go to the IWL, look at the Monroe's Trash Talk. It is fantastic.
Yes.
Yes. Don't forget that Lucius Monroe will get a shot at Great David at a Night of Honor. So big stuff for the Monroes. They're currently in a feud with our good friends, the Blanks. So be on the lookout for that as well. We have the Chaotix with another fantastic promo from them. Dr. Slam has another TT. He's very upset that he was stabbed in the leg by Luther Alexander. So he's looking for revenge, and he'll get his opportunity at a Night of Honor when he faces Luther Alexander one-on-one.
But Luther won't take on Cena Lucha. I see how it is. Or Atari, I'm sorry.
Atari has bigger problems on the horizon.
Oh,
Yes. On the cover of Post to Post this cycle was Tim Riggins III. He breaks his silence, so take a look at that. I aped that picture from The Exorcist. So in terms of the Bunkhouse Stampede, we have 3 competitors already qualified for the final. So we have Ruki Fuji, Wisdom Smith Jr., and Dakar Warloff all in the Bunkhouse Stampede. We have one more slot to go. In addition, you'll see this change on next cycles, but we are adding Senior Lucha, and we're adding someone else for Craven Cross because he's no longer in the league. And maybe someone for American Justice. I don't know if they're still active. So I'm going to look at the activity and make sure that we're all good to go on that. And if your guy's not in it, it's a good chance that your guy might make it in there with some of the guys who bowed out. Which is always the possible. That's why I left the open slot for the last one.
Okay.
Just in case we have some new guys coming in or some guys making some noise. It might be a good spot for Dr. Slam, or I'm not making any promises, but there you go. Promo by Winston Smith Jr. He feels kind of weird about having Andrew Jefferson Kaufman part of TMS. Or I call them PMS, because those guys are menstruating all the time. Not so much Troy, but Elroy is always menstruating. You know, menstrual cycles attract bears. So you might see some bears in the IWL.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it's gross. McFleece having some problems with people. Nothing new there. Introducing Rambo Apocalypse. He is new to the league, and he's looking to kick some butt and take some names. So it's not boasting when it's the truth. Let's keep that in mind. I expect him to get in a feud real quick. There's a lot of good guys to feud within the IWL. So
I concur.
Yes. So don't forget that we have the Empires of Chaos presents Brawl at the Big House. Matches already signed for that. It's Empire of Chaos taking on the Von Schnapp family and Senior Lucha and a mystery opponent. You care to fill us in on the mystery opponent?
Nope. Tune in to find out.
Okay. We also have a Russian death match between Luther Alexander versus Neo Dragon. A singles match with Marcus the Monster Monroe and Big Blank number 4. And a tag team match of Grant Underwood and Kennedy Cage taking on Black Dinero and Dakar Wolof. So looking forward to those matches. I think they should be off the hook. We have a picture from Luther Alexander. He says, in war, there are only warriors and victim. And he's asking Dr. Slam, which one are you? Again, don't forget that we're in the middle of the Revolution Extreme Civil War. We also have an advertisement for Luther Alexander's new cartoon debuting on Saturday morning. It's Luther Alexander's Rockin' Wrestling. Blood-splattered Revolution Extreme poster. I wonder where that came from. We also have Chicago's famous rib restaurant. This is where the nation's wrestling stars eat their fill. So Rib by Roberts in downtown Chicago. So they have Luther Alexander, Winston Smith Jr., Piper Monroe, and Alex Styles all eat at Ribs at Roberts. They serve the biggest and best chicken in Chicago, bar none. Make sure you give Tex and Wanda a call. They're open from noon to 6 a.m. Don't forget that your War Games entry fees are due this cycle, so please get them to Kim on Monday, or you will not be eligible for the event and waste the time on your picture. So don't make me waste time. Right. So Matt, tell us about this Senior Lucha. He got hurt. He's on a stretcher. What's going on with him?
Being advised by his doctors that he's should probably hang him up. He's just running out of time.
He's 102 years old.
He's an older dude. He's been wrestling for a long time, and this Black Demon Jr. is going after him pretty hard. And the doctors said, "Don't wrestle him. You're gonna get hurt." And he says, "No."
Black Demon is not only to take to end his career, he's looking to break his heart. So
yes.
So let's keep that in mind. We have a promo from JJ Dallas. Apparently, he's a chain-smoking, beer-swilling, kendo cane-swinging guy? I don't know. But he's talking to Brian. Is that how you spell Brian? Is that a weird way to spell Brian, like with a Y?
No.
Or is it Breen? That's Brian?
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
I had a friend growing up. I still have a friend whose name is Brian with a Y.
You don't have friends.
I know. I pay them.
Brian Flanagan, and he's talking to JJ Dallas, and he's JJ Dallas is putting out cigarettes on the American Championship belts. So whoever defeats JJ Dallas, and it will happen at some point, we have to get them a new belt because they might have burn holes in them. We have a promo for from Tim Riggins III. He says that you say that you want to make a name for yourself, but if you try him, he'll make you famous.
Oh, he'll make you famous.
Well, yeah, it's attributed to The Undertaker, but that quote's actually from the movie Young Guns, by the way. That we're talking about. It is.
Bastard stealing lines.
Yeah.
Damn shame.
So I guess they introduced TJ Relic has a half brother named Wyatt Relic. I wonder if he's going to be in drag or not. Good possibility. And he's starting up with the Unauthorized Hellraisers Association. So did they split from TMS? They did. No. Nah, I can't keep up with them. Moving on. We have TT from Neo Dragon, who apparently found the Business Sisters I'm pretty sure that Neo Dragon is involved in some sort of sex trafficking. I don't have any evidence to support that, but from the looks of his TT, sex trafficking. Like, guys, do yourself a favor and why don't you translate what these women are saying? You might see what I'm saying. That's all I have to say about that. Another fantastic promo from Mike Mason. He's so good. He's so good. He is currently in a feud with Andrew Jefferson Kaufman, and they are feuding over the Grand Prix Championship. So, as a reminder, the Grand Prix Championship, see, Mike Mason gets to pick his challengers, so if you want a shot at that belt, you really should feud with Mike Mason.
It's that simple.
It is that simple. We have a promo here from Old Man Spivey. Again, his blanks are feuding with the Moreaus once again. This is a return because they had feuded in the NWL. So blanks are extremely dangerous, by the way.
How dangerous are they?
They murdered people on that Green Monster scaffold match that we had in the NWL. Remember that? Yeah, they scare me. The blanks are scary people. We have a promo from Ryan Patrick that I did not read. If I would have read it, I would have known that James Ross has come back from a coma and he will be the color commentator at the Brawl at the Big House.
Oh my God.
Ron, it's not my fault. Your TT is on the bottom of the page right before the specialty page. I'm sorry I missed it.
Oh.
He's still mad at me because I keep on saying that Seth's going to beat him for Manager of the Year in the IWL. And with another league champion, I don't know. On the league championship, I don't know. I might put him out of reach.
That's
might
crazy.
Put him out of reach. So that is all for the IWL. Again, don't forget, Night of Honor got pushed back to Cycle 78. We have the Brawl at the Big House coming up this cycle. And then War Games, in terms of IWAR wide, is coming up next cycle as well. So get your entry fees in there, please. So, Matt, anything stand out for you in the IWL?
Oh, it's just a fun league. It really is. I mean, it's great TT, tough, but we'll see what happens next cycle with this big pay-per-view.
I wonder if I can get anyone to listen to me and go to single space on their TT. Will we go single space? Help me out. Not that it matters. It doesn't matter anymore. And hell, I'll take the credit for having 56 pages. But before we go to the NWL, I want to take a look at our 2017 Specialty Champions. We have, let's see, Hell in a Cell Championship was taken down by a good friend Lockdown in the NWL. Punk Rock Mike takes the Singapore Kane Championship. Kennedy Cage takes the TLC Championship. You know, in terms of IWAR, that's extremely well. You guys, you gotta understand how many leagues are in this game and how many people play for these specialty championships, and having your name on this is a worthwhile accomplishment.
Yes.
Yeah, you also get $100,000 in iCash. Keep it up. Keep up the good work. Next up is the NWL League Champion. Retaining his championship, although he's not in the league, is Drunken Finisherman. TV champion, also not in the league, Drunken Hunter. Atlantic champion, Keelan Crash Wendorf. Central champion, the Red Sickle, Ivan Varkukov.
I like that guy.
Yeah, he's really good. Dixie champion, the Dumpling King, Daniel Tran. He has returned.
Yay, nice. Yeah.
Eastern champion, RJ Rage. Mountain champion, the Insomniac. Northern champion, the Reaper. Pacific champion, Master of Disaster. Prairie champion, Gentleman William Worthy. Southern champion, Lord Drama. Western champion, Haphazard Chris Havoc. Didn't we have a Chris Havoc?
I think we did.
Luther ran him out too. Tag team champions, the Wrestler with No Name and Gentleman William Worthy. Again, the Wrestler with No Name will get 5 free matches, winning a tag team champion with William Worthy. And for those of you who don't know how to collect free matches, it's email Kim at playiwa.com and say, hey, I won the Worthy Challenge, and I'm going to use these 5 free matches next cycle, or whenever you're going to use them, and just mark it free on your selection sheet.
Right.
Six-man champions retaining their championship. Cole Adams, Adam Maddox, and Just Insane. TV six-man champion. RJ Rage, Master Disaster, and Bombshell Warrior. Not that Bombshell Warrior, a new Bombshell Warrior, although he's not that new anymore. So I guess the big news coming out of the NWL is the results from Final Conflict. Most importantly, Lockdown had retained the NWL National Championship. In addition, Chris Hero won a fatal four-way match to win the vacant Rising Star Championship, and Art Deco beat Luther Alexander's team in the IWL Conflict match. Boo. Why don't you guys win inactive? That's like a damn you, Double B Barry Banderson.
Yeah. Jerk.
So get your money in.
So the matches. Oh, okay. What were you saying?
Get your. It'll be the stretcher for next cycle. Money's in for next cycle. So another hilarious promo from William Worthy. How did this man generate so much heat? He has everyone and their mother chasing after him at this point.
I don't know. He's pissing off Chris Hero, who went after his dad and mom. So things turning ugly.
Yeah, unbelievable. You have the Mighty Ones, who apparently are together forever. It's a hell of a picture. I have no idea who the Mighty Ones are, though.
Nope.
I was looking for someone with maybe the last name Mighty or M.O. in terms of a stable name or something, and apparently the U.S. Tag Team Champions. I've never heard of them.
Yeah.
So we have a new set of Russians. I wonder if Luther called in a favor or two.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Hired guns.
Although they're old. They're old to be rookies. 37, like they're AJ Styles or something. I understand why he probably did that, because two reasons. Number one, he might be 37 himself, or it was to make sure that they were born before the end of the Cold War. So yes. I thought about doing that. So I went the other way. I made Luther 23 years old. He's the youngest commissioner, youngest BRL Intercontinental champion, the youngest IWL League champion, the youngest IWL Heavyweight champion, the youngest NWL National champion. So just keep that in mind. We have a promo here. It's at the mark. I believe, if I'm reading this correctly, it is the Jordan Drake promo. I guess it's his interview segment. But I would suggest Jordan Drake, if you want my opinion, start talking about some people. Like, it's a great promo, great TT, but you should have been cursing out somebody. Like, you need to get in someone's case. Like a Ricky Kyle, or Adam Maddox, or Drama, Cole Adams, a Reaper, Insomniac, Chris Hero. But again, he just started, so still pretty good. I mean, he's talking about what's the good part, which again is another thing that people should look at. He's talking about NWL conflict, so he's really putting that over. So I do appreciate that.
Nice.
Everyone was on Art Deco side. I don't understand why, because Luther's a jerk, but Art Deco was worse.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Art Deco's not going to burn down your house when you're sleeping like Luther would, but still. Ricky Kyle's upset that Luther's little game worked for him because, again, Luther had promised Ricky Kyle a match with him only if he won the NIT, but he lost to RJ Rage.
No.
There you go. Cut a promo on Sir Gunter. Not going to see it, though. But again, they have enough interactions as it going anyway. Do you know what they are in their series? Sir Gunter and Ricky Kyle?
I believe it's 2-0-1 Sir Gunter.
Oh, and that's the best of three?
Best of whatever now, I don't know. Just keep hooking the match up till it's done.
I wish I knew. I probably should know that, actually. We have Lord Drama, who went after Joe Boring, beat him up so bad that he left the NWL.
Oh, poor guy.
So I guess he's not going to be able to get that Singapore K match. Lockdown's still going after William Worthy and the Teamster. But the Teamster doesn't have a leg, so he can't wrestle.
That's right.
Yeah, diabetes. Him and Wilfred Brimley.
The diabetes.
You know who did really good TT this cycle? The wrestler with no name.
He's a jerk.
Look at this. Really good stuff. He goes after Keelan Crash, right?
Yeah.
He goes after William Worthy. And then apparently he's having an affair with Rick the Model Martel's wife, girlfriend, or sister. We're not sure. Karen. Yeah. He hit the trifecta, my friend. Good job, by the way. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Down is trying to rid the NWL of the ninth wonder of the world, Coco Loco. I wonder if anyone out there can name the other 8 wonders of the world.
Andre.
Well, Andre's number 8, obviously.
China.
He's dead.
Taj Mahal. Whatever, it's fine.
It is the Taj Mahal. I think Taj Mahal is one of them. I think the other one is the Grand Canyon, maybe. Okay. Stonehenge, right? And in the best rookie promo that I've seen in a long time, probably since probably the Monroes or Winston Smith Jr. or Aaron McFleece or Killer Clown. The Red Sickle, Ivan Rokotov. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Rokukov.
Okay.
I don't give a fuck. He did a nice little promo here. He did it in a question and answer. Again, one of the best TTs I've seen in a long time by a rookie. I don't mean like a rookie like 10 cycles in. I'm talking about like first cycle in. Good job. So Matt, what are your thoughts on the NWL?
Well, I think it's on the rebound right now because we just had a whole bunch of guys graduate. So I'm looking forward to seeing what these guys do, and we got some potentials here. So I'm looking forward to seeing what does what. Yeah, I think we always worry that it's not going to bounce back, and it always does. So I'm looking forward to this. This looks like a good time.
Can we get guys stop TTing on the Teamster? Like, is that something we can do? Because he's not there, and he hasn't been the commissioner. When was the last time he was even in that league? For 3 years? 4 years now?
Yeah.
4 years now? I'd much rather have him cut a promo on Luther, or at least Art Deco. Especially if you're babyface. I should probably do a Who's Who. I've been talking about that for a while. I have one. I have an old one. I should probably do a Who's Who again. Fantastic. Who won the Battle Royal? The Master of Disaster won the Battle Royal.
Jerk.
I'm pretty sure he wins. Jake's going to be mad at me. I'm pretty sure he wins the Bar Fight Championship because Joel Waring graduated. I'm sorry, Jake. Sorry. Jake, I'm sorry. Sorry. Okay. Anything we got IWAR wide that you want to talk about?
IWAR wide? Well, I would say there's a couple things going on. One is the Bound for Glory is going to be 16 wrestlers that advance out of the pools or groups, and it'll be single elimination. And that's going to be it's one and done. So if you get beat, you're out of the tournament. So every match matters now. They're ranked by how many matches you won. So I'll give you 3 points per match, and then you had your points you won the match by. So that was the tiebreaker. So whoever had the most points, was the one that moved up the ladder. So the standings for that are as follows. First round, Sinister Steve Stryker will face Ricky Kyle. Kennedy Cage will face Dylan Matthews. Koenig will face JJ Dallas. Solace will face RJ Rage. Chuck and James Conrad will face Goliath O'Brien. Nightmare Sam Hell will take on Misfit Messiah. Minion of Solace number 4 will face Lord Drama. And Eric Endgame will face Drunken Camper. So, again, you've made it out of the group stage, so now you're in single elimination. So win those matches or go home. In the tag team derby, we are into round 2. It's anybody's game still. Some teams have 2 wins, so they're sitting in the driver's seat, but that doesn't guarantee them a win. And because this is a different, again, the top 16 scorers will advance. So it's going to be anybody's game. So that's that. The ladder match battle royal was held. The write-up is going to be appearing in next issue of the IWAR. And that, of course, crowns the first Revolution champion. The top two finishers split the prize, which is a $43 and $42 IWA credit pool. Then, let's see, what else going on? Triple D Cup, send in your 6-man team to me. Send me the trio. We haven't had a lot of people sign up for this, oddly enough, so I'm going to try to get it going relatively soon because I want to get it finished by the end of the year. Other IWAR stuff going on. We should announce that, of course, in November we will have the second IWAR draft. And that is going to be fun. It was very popular first time, so we got lots to live up to. So stay tuned for more details on that.
Yes. Didn't you want to yell at people for not participating in the survey for most popular and most hated?
Oh, yeah. 10 people got in this time, and one thing
out of 97 that's on our page.
Sorry. Yeah. So here's the thing. Some people have said to me, well, my guy didn't appear on the list. How many votes? I'm not going to tabulate every single vote, but what we do is I go over the results with Juan, Cena, and I list who got votes in each league. So there's 4 leagues, so there's 4 sets of votes. Now, some people will only vote in their league, and that's totally fine. Other people will vote for other leagues too, guessing they're in their leagues as well, but we do it this way. On each league basis, how many wrestlers got mentioned? So if there were 7 votes in like the IWL or 10 votes, whatever it was, did all 10 mention wrestler A? So, for example, Luther Alexander was mentioned on 8 out of 8 ballots for the IWL. So he was just, it wasn't ranked, just mentioned as a hated wrestler. So he was number 1. Senior Lucha was mentioned in 7 ballots. So those are guys in their leagues getting the votes. So what it means is they're being recognized by more people. So you might say, well, do you mean to mean if more people from CWL wrote in and voted for Solace as hated, he'd win? Yep, it's that simple. So the more active you are, the more involved you are, the better off you are. So that's how it works. And those results will be posted in the next issue.
Damn Skippy Hippie.
Yep.
All right. Fantastic. So we are officially out of time. So for Matt Riley, I'm Juan Cena. Have a good night.